bombarded by information. Visuals, sound bites. Every moment something is coming at us. Emotions, fears, products, pings, vibrations. We're in this giant video game nightmare. It's like flying through the galaxy with meteorites flying right at you. But how can I, Nancy, a photographer, get a creative idea in this meteorite storm? For me, creativity comes from within. In that moment of silence, that 2 minutes before I fall asleep, while I'm cutting the grass, in the bathroom. Don't underestimate that temple of contemplation. I quiet my mind. I try to think. I try to be in touch with my conscience and with my intuition. And suddenly, an idea pops up, and I grab it. That is the birth of creativity for me. But how to share this little idea, this creative thought with the world? I use color and light and makeup artists and models, stylists and set directors to create images that are pleasing to help my clients sell chocolates or underwear or makeup or whatever. I have made photographs that are around the world in advertising, in magazines, on billboards. Life has been pretty good to me. But then, on November 8th, 2 terrible things happened to rock my boat. One, a man that I did not believe in was elected president of my country. 2, I broke up with my life partner. No more love, no more security. Ethics, morality, and tolerance seemed to have flown out the window. I was in a dark space. I suddenly realized I was a middle-aged woman, overweight, and alone. I fell into that black hole of the universe, life crisis. I had been telling for my clients for 30 years one superficial story, day after day. All of you know that story. That story, if you buy this, you will be happy. Suddenly, I started thinking, that Barbie story told by beautiful, thin, young people, that didn't feel so close to me anymore. I wanted to talk about something that I cared about, that was in my heart. I wanted to spend my life on something that was important to me. So a little idea came up, and I started nurturing it. I started turning it over and over and looking at it from every side. I realized I had fallen in love with an idea. What if I could use my pictures, my photographs, to start telling a story for the world, to stimulate dialogue, to get people to think in different ways? Stories of Our Lives was born. A new beginning for me, a new project, a project that is still ongoing, and you'll see much more of it. But how to tell a story? It's not so easy in just one rectangle to tell a story. Someone who makes a movie has 2 hours. A writer has 300 pages and a whole book. Or an amazing, huge ceiling and 7 years of time. But I don't have that. I have 1 click, 1 frame, 1 chance to share my story. So I called my amazing team, especially my stylist, Michael Dye. We started to wrap my idea in color, because for me, color is life. You know, I'm basically a very positive person, but I know that your mind shut out doom and gloom. So my creative idea was to wrap my stories, my pictures, in color and joy, so I could sneak them into your minds before you shut them out. But how could I start telling my story? Suddenly, an idea popped up. Maybe aging could be fun. 70-year-olds throughout the world are on average as happy and mentally healthy as 20-year-olds. How cool is that, especially for me? So I made Gioia della Vita. I had actually seen this woman in Havana, an old hippie dressed in colors with a long white braid, dancing down the street, holding hands with 2 young Adonis Cubans. And I said to myself, there is no way I am going to some sad old lady's home. No. It would be way cheaper and way much more fun to be dancing. You know what? I hope you'll all be out there dancing with me. Women are twice as likely to remain alone as men. I started thinking about global immigration and women aging, and a little win-win idea came to mind. Cougar. In the USA, 42.8% of people over 65 live alone. Gold digger. Our elderly need our love as much as we need love. And if we don't give them love, someone else might. In February 2018, another 110 girls were abducted by Boko Haram. Stolen princess. Every girl is a little princess. Every girl deserves a right to dream. And our job as a society is to protect our little princesses. 40% of all girls in South Africa are raped in their lifetime. Sisters in trouble. Maybe just 2 girls putting on some makeup and getting dressed and going to a party to have fun, like any of us would do. But something really bad happened to one of them. And you know what? Maybe only her sister cared. 12 countries in the world still kill people because of their sexual preference. Angels. When I read what was happening in Chechnya, my heart broke. How could a human being kill someone else because all he did was love another human being? In the USA, 21% of hate crimes were motivated by religion, and nearly 18% by a victim's sexual orientation. Don't judge. I know you're judging. We all judge. We can't help judging. But when that fleeting moment of judgment turns into a hate crime and you kill someone, you know there is something wrong with humanity. A whopping 91% of plastic is not recycled. Prisoner of plastic. I'm a prisoner, you're a prisoner, we're all prisoners. I made this little plastic dress out of the garbage that I had accumulated in my household in just 1 week. We are committing a hate crime against our planet. We have to put pressure on our governments and our industries to find better and alternative solutions. A Japanese girl's average marriage age is about 29. An Afghan's average marriage age is 15 or 16. Just 2 little girls, same age, same bodies. One is thinking about makeup and miniskirts and music and fun, and the other one is wondering who she may be forced to marry. An Afghan girl has more chance of dying in childbirth than graduating from high school. Time for spring. Time to let little girls all over the world bloom. Time to stop suffocating them. Time to educate them. And time to educate little boys that girls are their equal and an important part of society. Our collective creativity as the human race should be to build a beautiful, harmonious, and peaceful planet for all. All the greed, the horror, and the misery is a colossal waste of time for mankind. So, true intelligence is love. Thank you.